We're having some warm water with a pinch of salt. This is some homemade electrolytes so that we can stay hydrated. That's what that is. It just feels good. That warm water feels good. Yes. All right, we're getting ready to break my 19 hours of fasting. So today is day, what day are we in? Is it 4? Yeah, I think it's day 4 of hyper ketosis. So we started on Monday. Today's Friday. No, day 5. So day 5 of hyper ketosis, round 2 of phase 1. Okay. So 5 days, and we are down a little bit over 5 pounds. It's the food. It's following the program. That's how you're going to get those pounds. That's how you're going to get rid of those pounds. You got to stay consistent. If your plate is not looking similar to this on hyperketosis, you are doing it wrong, okay? Somebody sent me a photo of their food yesterday to see if it was the right portions. Oh my gosh. So it was 2 hard-boiled eggs, okay? And then like 3 leaves of spinach, of lettuce, like 3 little pieces of lettuce. What the hell is that? 2 hard-boiled eggs and like 2 pieces of lettuce. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to starve yourself? Is that what you're trying to do? You guys have to remember that we don't lose weight by not eating. We lose weight by eating the right foods, the right portions. If you're doing hyperketosis and you're eating 2 hard-boiled eggs and 2 pieces of lettuce, you're doing it wrong. And then you're wondering, asking me why you're starving all day long. Because you ain't eating. That's why you're starving. On hyperketosis, we can have 4 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 cups of vegetables, or until you're full. Eat them vegetables. 2 pieces of lettuce, that's nothing. There is no freaking way that I could be okay with eating 2 pieces of lettuce and 2 hard-boiled eggs. Look at my plate. Look at how much vegetables I got. My fruit. What the hell are you doing eating 2 pieces of lettuce? Load up that plate with your vegetables. The vegetables are hyperketosis approved. So remember, if we are eating seafood, we can have 6 ounces of protein. The rest of the land protein, 4 ounces. Okay, so because I'm having shrimp, I get to have a little bit more. Okay, so for the shrimp, I can have about 3 ounces because they are not dense. You know what I mean? So we got eggs and then we got shrimp. That is some good lean protein right there. Tons of vegetables. I have a half a English cucumber. We got sweet pepper. We have a whole tomato. I have a cup and a half of spinach. I am getting about 4 cups of vegetables here, maybe more. And then we got the fruit. So what the hell is you doing eating 2 hard-boiled eggs and 2 pieces of lettuce? Like, you're crazy. Don't do that. You have to eat. At what time you break your fast? So this is my first meal of the day. It is 12:30. So I'm breaking it at 12:30. I can break my fast at 11, but I choose to push for more hours of fasting. So 12:30. My last meal was yesterday at 5:30. So I could break my fast at like 10, but I choose not to. The more you do, the better it is, but you got to make sure that you leave your window long enough, long enough to get 2 meals, because you want to eat. This is not about not eating. This is about eating the right food, the right portions, healthy food. That's what that's about, okay? Losing weight is not about not eating. It's eating the right food, the right portions. Yes, this is a big plate. I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, that is a huge plate. It is. I'm not going to argue with you. It is a big plate. Look at what I got on my plate, though. Got lots of lean protein. Got vegetables, high fiber vegetables. You don't see my plate filled with pasta, bread, rice. That's not what we're eating. We're eating good, healthy food, so we get to eat more. This is a volume plate. I'm a volume eater. I like eating a lot. Oh, what are you drinking? Are you drinking a latte with a lot of sugar? Because here I am drinking a cup of warm water with a pinch of salt, sea salt. Why? Because we want to stay hydrated, and we are not trying to trigger the sugar cravings, right? So no sugar. You shouldn't be doing that either. So okay, now let's eat up. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. If you are new to my page, welcome. My page and my lives are all about hyperketosis, losing weight and maintaining the weight lost. I lost 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months with hyperketosis. This is my body transformation. To maintain my weight lost, I have been maintaining for close to 2 years now. I eat high protein, high fiber, low fat, low sugar, low everything else, but I eat some of everything. I walk 5 miles. I just got done with my walk. If it was on my other life, we did an hour of cardio, 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps minimum every day, and then now we get to break our 19 hours of fasting with some healthy, delicious food. This is hyperketosis. If you are doing hyperketosis and your plate doesn't look similar to this, you are doing it wrong. If all you're eating is one hard-boiled egg and one piece of strawberry, this is what some of you guys are eating on hyperketosis. This is literally what some of you guys are eating on hyperketosis. One hard-boiled egg and one piece of strawberry. And you're wondering why you're not losing weight. You're wondering why you're hungry all day long. Child, you're hungry because you ain't eating. That's why. This is what your plate needs to look like. Okay? You got to eat them vegetables. Load up that plate with your high-fiber vegetables that are hyperketosis approved. That's how you're going to lose the pounds, guys. And now that I'm done yelling at you guys, let's eat up. Some juicy tomato. Summer, yes. For sea protein, you can have 6 ounces. Land protein, 4 ounces. Sea protein is less dense, so you can have more. Okay, 6 ounces. No bread, Kari. Why do we need to be eating bread if we want to lose weight? Put that bread away. Instead of eating the bread, eat some cucumbers, eat some vegetables, cucumbers, lots of water. No bread, mama. No bread for those 40 days. Now, when you lose the weight, when you get to a healthier place, when you get leaner, slimmer, skinny, whatever, then you can start introducing some of those foods back into your diet within moderation, obviously, within moderation, okay? If we is fat, if we is overweight, obese, what the hell are we doing eating a bunch of bread, pasta, rice? That's not for you. You already ate enough of that. Look at your fat rolls. Look at your big back. Does it look like you should be eating some of that stuff? Or does it look like you should be eating some cucumbers? It's simple. Some eggs with lots of spinach. About a cup and a half of spinach mixed with my eggs. Let's eat up. Some juicy tomato. Some grilled shrimp, jumbo shrimps from Costco. Yes, please. No bread on phase 1. I don't care what type of bread we're talking about, no bread on phase 1. To drink, we got water, warm water. Warm water helps with digestion. Warm water with a pinch of salt, sea salt, electrolytes. What about craving sugar? Katie, if you stop eating it, you're not gonna crave it. If you keep eating it, you're gonna keep craving it. I am a recovery addict to sugar. Before hyperketosis, and how I ended up gaining almost 100 pounds in 2 years, it's not that I was eating huge portions of food. I actually eat more now than I did before. But what I was eating was crazy amounts of sugar, okay? when I'm talking about crazy amounts of sugar, I am talking about every morning for my breakfast, I will have a big giant cup of coffee with lots of creamer and sugar on top of it because the creamer was not sweet enough apparently for me. So with a lots of sugar on the side with the coffee, I will have a big slice of tiramisu cheesecake. Tiramisu was the main addiction that I had. That was my breakfast every single morning. And then throughout the day, I will have more tiramisu with, after eating my meal. Sugar is the worst addiction to have when it comes to your health because processed sugar, a lot of sugar consumption, that's going to bring you a lot of sickness, a lot of diseases. Okay. How do you get rid of them? You stop eating it. How does an alcoholic stop being an alcoholic? They stop drinking alcohol. How did a drug addict stop? They stop using it. Same thing for sugar. It's an addiction. It's a disease. You have to stop eating it. There is no easy way into like, oh, if I start slowly, if I eat sugar today and not sugar tomorrow, there is none of that. If you keep feeding your body sugar, your brain is going to keep reacting to it. Your brain is going to keep craving it more and more. You just got to cut it out. That's what I had it to do. I had it to cut it out. So now, fast forward to almost 2 years later, do I crave sugar? I'm human. Yes. Do I crave sweets, especially when I'm on my period? Yes. What I do, I keep fruit in my house all the freaking time. Sometimes I might not have food, but I will always have fruit in my house, okay? When I crave sweets, now my body craves the right things because I detox my body from sugar. Now I eat fruit instead of other sugar. When I crave sweets, I'll grab myself a cup of strawberries, blueberries, apples, whatever fruit that is high fiber, low sugar. That's what I eat. I just keep it available for me throughout the day. Yeah, no problem. Katie, I gained 20 kilograms in menopause. I don't know how many 20 kilograms is, but I hear you. I hear you because I gained almost 100 pounds in 2 years. I'm going through premenopause. I'm 47. It's insane, freaking insane. This is not even the biggest I was. I don't have a photos of the biggest that I was because why would you want to take photos when you just feel disgusted with yourself? You know what I mean? But this right here, I was 185, 190 in this photo. Bananas, not on phase one. Do you also exercise? I walk 5 miles every single day. That's the main exercise that I do. I do strength training with resistant bands from time to time, but I'm lazy and I don't have the desire to do it. And I just don't do it because I'm lazy. Walking, I do it because I like walking. Yeah, so that's the exercise that I do. I went from 174 to 130. And I love that for you, Katie. I freaking love that for you. So it's all about consistency. It's all about consistency. I went from 190 to now 130 something. It's all about consistency, you guys. Not really. You inspire me to start the hyper ketosis. I'm actually on day 7. I already lost 9 pounds. Tamar, that is freaking awesome. I love that for you. I freaking love that for you. So day 7 and you are down 9 pounds. That is more than a pound per day. That makes me so happy, guys. So freaking happy because I keep telling you guys, most of my clients are losing a pound per day. There's the ones losing more than a pound per day. Just read the comment right here. More than a pound per day. I love that. And I love that I can be an inspiration to you guys. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm starting next week. That sounds awesome, Katie. That sounds awesome. Please let us know how it goes. For anybody that is ready to start hyperketosis and be like Samar, be like me, be like a lot of other ladies here losing a pound per day, you better get with it. If you want to start hyperketosis, link in my bio. That's where you can find my full program for hyperketosis. It is on sale for the duration of the life only. It is at the lowest sale price that you're ever going to be able to get it. It's the same program that I used on myself to go from here to here, the same program that I used to coach thousands of people here online to lose thousands of pounds. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people both online and in person. Too fast muscle loss. I didn't experience none of that. If you do it correctly, that's not going to happen. If you want to lose weight fast and all you're going to do is lay on the couch, you most likely are going to experience something. But if you do it correctly, the way it's explained on the program, on the guide that you can find link in my bio, hopefully you wouldn't have to deal with none of that. On hyperketosis, you need to be doing physical activity. You're not going to just lay on the couch and not do anything. I didn't experience none of that, as you can see. Totally fine. Different people, different results. Don't come here telling me what happens with this program or with something that I coach and have been coaching for 12 years. If you haven't done it with me, you don't know what you're talking about. Obviously. Some tomato, juicy tomato. Unrealistic, a pound, not healthy. Not healthy for who, Anka? For lazy people like you that don't want to put in the work? Is that who's not healthy for? That's what I did. I feel the healthiest I have ever felt. Do I look unhealthy to you? Stop it. Not healthy for women not to have carbs. So you obviously don't understand this program. If I was you, I wouldn't be speaking on something that I don't understand. Okay? First of all, on hyperketosis, all of us are getting carbs. What do you think the vegetables have? What do you think the fruit has? Carbs. Yes, it has carbs. So what do you think the protein has as well? Carbs. So we're getting some carbs. What do you say is unrealistic for 1 pound? Somebody in the comments, I was reading the comments, somebody that said that it was unrealistic for to lose a pound per day. In the meantime, all of us that have done hyperketosis, doing hyperketosis, we're losing a pound per day or more than a pound per day. So your meal looks delicious. Thank you, Natasha. It's so good. It's so freaking good. We have some eggs, scrambled eggs with lots of spinach. We have grilled shrimp. We have tons of vegetables with a lot of fiber, delicious. And then we're having a serving of fruit. So good, so healthy. And to drink, I am having a cup of warm water with a pinch of sea salt. Warm water helps to digest food. How did I start? Go to the link in my bio and grab the bundle for phase 1. Everybody has to start on phase 1. Everybody has to start on phase 1. So get the bundle for phase 1. The bundle for phase 1 comes with everything that you need to start today, right now. The bundle for phase 1 comes with the list of approved foods, with everything that you can eat, drink, and cook with. It also comes with the guide that explains everything about this program, what it is and how it works, and my cookbook with step-by-step recipes, everything I ate during my 40 days that got me going from here to here. Link in my bio, on sale for the duration of the life only. All these patients gain double back. What patients? I don't have patients. I'm not a doctor. I have clients. And there is some truth to that statement, okay? When we're talking about losing weight and gaining it. Again, if your plan is to do a diet, I don't care what diet it is. It can be this diet, any other diet, okay? If you do the diet, you lose the pounds, and then after you're done losing the pounds, you just go and lay on the couch and start eating cheeseburgers and potato chips and pizza every single day. Are you going to gain the weight? Duh, yes. Of course you're going to gain it. Of course you're going to gain it. Now, if you do a program that is going to teach you nutrition, that is going to teach you to lose the weight, to maintain the weight loss, to transition out of a diet into a lifestyle, hopefully you will maintain the weight loss for the rest of your life. Okay, it's common sense. What you're mentioning is there's no science to that, mama. It's common sense. If you lose the weight and you don't do maintenance, will you gain the pounds? Yes. With any diet, not just this one. You want to come here talking trash? That's okay. No, you don't have to agree with me. Okay, but the one thing I will correct you. I will correct you every time. With any diet, if you lose the weight and you don't stay within your maintenance calories, you're going to gain the pounds. I talked about this every single day on the lives, every single day. You want to come here and say something different? You're entitled to your opinion. It doesn't mean that you're correct. Okay? Not healthy and not sustainable. You're wrong when you said not healthy. What the fuck is unhealthy about eating what I'm eating? Look at what I'm eating. Does this look unhealthy to you? You know what's not healthy? Going to McDonald's, going to Chick-fil-A, going to Burger King every day for your lunch. That's not healthy, but we don't talk about that, right? All of a sudden, we're eating vegetables and lean protein, and that's not healthy. What? Yeah. Not sustainable. I'll be the first one to tell you the diets are not sustainable. I am a certified health coach. I had to go to school to learn nutrition. I'll be the first one to tell you diets are not sustainable. I have never said stay on this diet for the rest of your life. I'll be the one to preach. Do the diet, use it as a tool, lose the pounds, get the hell out of a diet, and go into a lifestyle. Lifestyles are sustainable. Diets are not. Diets are a tool. Diets are a tool. Please use common sense, girly. Do you never eat pizza since you lost all the weight? I have it. Yeah, it's not. Those are not type of foods that I enjoy, so I don't eat them in my daily life. But have I had it? Yes. I asked you a question twice. Raquel, I am not seeing your question. Some of the comments give filter. I'm so sorry about that. I'm scrolling and I'm not seeing your question, okay? Retype it, use different words because I'm not seeing it. Again, comments give filter all the time and then they don't show it to me, so. For anybody that wants to join the live, like co-host, so you can ask me your questions, just send me a request and I'll take you. If it's easier than typing. Again, you guys, you don't have to agree with everything that I say, period. I accept all of the opinions, but I will correct you. If you don't understand what this diet is about, don't come here talking negative about something that you don't even understand because it makes you look really ignorant. You have eggs also? Yeah, these are eggs. I'm having some eggs, scrambled eggs with spinach, shrimp, grilled shrimp, cucumber, a tomato, some sweet peppers, and then for my fruit portion, some strawberries. Lots of good food. Mari, it's so delicious. Oh my gosh, thank you. It is super delicious. How much eggs? So on hyperketosis phase 1, you can have 4 ounces of protein, okay? If you want to mix the protein, then do 2 ounces of each, okay? If you want to do 2 ounces of eggs and then 2 ounces of shrimp, you can mix it however you want. If all you're doing is just having eggs, then you need 4 ounces per meal, 2 meals per day. And if anybody needs the list of approved foods so that you understand what to eat on hyperketosis, what to do, what not to do, link in my bio, you guys can find it there. I have a cookbook that teaches you how to eat on hyperketosis. All of my recipes that I ate, everything that I ate on my 40 days of hyperketosis, all of those recipes, you can find them there. So link in my bio, you guys. The program is on sale for the duration of the life only. It is at the lowest price that you're ever going to be able to get it. Any questions, let me know. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people online and in person. Boil eggs or scramble. It's all about preferences. Whatever you like, you do whatever you like. It's 4 ounces of eggs, 4 eggs. It's 4 ounces of protein. Yes. Unless you are having sea protein, like seafood, then that's 6 ounces. The rest of the protein is 4 ounces because sea protein, like shrimps and fish, is less dense, so we can have a little bit more. The rest of the protein is 4 ounces. If you guys is on hyperketosis, if your plate on hyperketosis doesn't look similar to this, your portions don't look similar to this, you're doing it wrong. And that is the reason why you're not losing the pounds. That is the reason why you're starving throughout the day. Yesterday, somebody sent me a photo of their food to see if they were doing it correctly. They had 2 hard-boiled eggs, and then they had like this much lettuce. That's all they were eating. 2 hard-boiled eggs and this much lettuce. I was like, what the hell is that? And she was like, oh, that's my meal. I just want to see if I'm doing it correctly because I'm like starving all day long. Like, I don't know why. I'm like, you don't know why? You're starving because you're not eating. You're not eating the right portions. You're not eating the right food. Load up your plate with vegetables. Load it up with vegetables. You can have 2 to 3 cups of vegetables or until you're full. I'm eating about 4 cups of vegetables. Can you see my comment, Ruth? Let me scroll. You guys, I'm so sorry. A lot of the comments are getting filtered. Retype it, use different words. TikTok is very sensitive with this type of lives, so they do filter a lot of the comments. I don't see it, Ruth. Retype it, use different words. If you want to join the live, send me a request to join the live, and then you can just tell me if it's easier. Paulina, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Sheen, for you, that large amount of vegetables and that also be sweet potatoes or yams. I'm confused on what are you trying to say? Maybe I'm just like slow. I don't know what you're saying. You said we could have up to 3 cups of vegetables, yams, or... Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of slow sometimes. No, so no sweet potatoes, none of that. That's not hyperketosis. Vegetables. I mean vegetables that are high fiber, like what I have here. Any of the vegetables from the list of approved food. Remember, we're not doing starchy, okay? We are doing fiber. This is a high fiber diet. So I love me some sweet potatoes. That's not part of phase 1. Not on phase 1. If you don't have the list of approved foods, it's linked in my bio so that you know exactly what to eat. But no sweet potatoes, no yams allowed on phase 1. Yes, eggs with spinach. And then we have some shrimp. So I got 2 different proteins, half and half. Remember, we give 4 ounces. So we got eggs and then we got shrimp. You can mix the proteins. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you're not doing more than the recommended portions. And then we have some sweet peppers. I have some warm water with a pinch of not Himalayan, sea salt. Warm water with a pinch of sea salt. Warm water helps with digestion. It gives you energy. It's good for you. Drink it throughout the day. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. If you are new to my page, welcome. If you don't know who I am, if you've never seen me before, welcome. My name is Luna Marie. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people both online and in person to lose weight and to maintain. I lost 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months with hyper ketosis, and I have been able to help thousands of people both here online and in person to lose thousands of pounds. I do have a full program for hyper ketosis. You can find the link in my bio. With my program, most of my clients are able to lose a pound per day. Some of my clients are doing even more than a pound per day. There's the ones doing a little bit less, but the overall average is about a pound per day. This is a 40-day program. So within the 40 days, most of my clients are able to do between 30 and 35 pounds. I do have more than a handful of clients that have made it to 40 days, 40 pounds. I was not one of them. I only got 34 pounds, but it has happened. If you follow every single step of the program, what you can expect to see is within the first 2 weeks, almost every single client of mine, within the first 2 weeks, they have been able to lose between 12 and 15 pounds. That is a lot. This is a intense, accelerated, hyper diet. It's hyper, it's intense. You are going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to give up the foods that are causing you a lot of inflammation, fats, oils, sugar, dairy, carbs, complex carbs for those 40 days. You do get some carbs from the fruits and vegetables that you're eating, okay? But you're not going to be eating rice, pasta, none of that stuff. You got to load up on vegetables. You got to eat high fiber. That is how you're going to lose those pounds, okay? So that is what we do on hyperketosis. You want to lose those pounds, you have to do a 360 with your nutrition. You want to lose the body fat, the belly fat. You have to stop eating fats and oils for a period of time. And I am not saying the fats and oils are bad, because they're not, if you're eating the right ones. But most of us don't know how to eat it within moderation when we're fat, when we're overweight. We just get to pouring that oil in the pan. Most oils, even healthy oils, if you're using avocado oil, olive oil, they are calorie dense. Losing weight is all about calories in, calories out, calorie deficit. I don't care how much healthy food you're eating. If you're overeating your calories, you're never going to lose a pound. It's not going to happen. You have to put yourself in a calorie deficit in order to lose those pounds. This is exactly what hyperketosis is, without having to count calories or macros. That is the best part of this program. I am lazy. I have no discipline, and there is no way that I can do a diet where I'm going to have to track macros. I don't mess with that. It's annoying to me. I don't got the time. So with hyperketosis, if you just follow the portions, you are going to be in an aggressive calorie deficit. And that's what we need when we're trying to lose pounds. We have to be in a calorie deficit. Most people can't do it. They cannot put themselves in a calorie deficit because they don't want to track every single little thing that they eat. They're like, oh, well, it was just oil. I'm not going to track that because it was just oil. It was just a little bit. Let me grab a handful of nuts and then snack on them all day. It's just nuts. I'm not going to put that on my app. It's just nuts. That's okay. A little cup of nuts has about 500 calories. They are calorie dense. They have a lot of oils. And it's things like that that gets people to never be able to put themselves in a calorie deficit. And this is why you see people that supposedly in a calorie deficit for 2, 3, 4 months and they never lose anything. I get a lot of them that come here and they're like, how come I don't lose anything? That will be why. And because I'm lazy and I don't like counting calories and macros, just give me a program that I can use. Just give me the portions. Just give me the portions that I can do. If you just tell me how much I can, that I can do. That's exactly what hyperketosis is. It's easy. It's for lazy people like me that we have no discipline for nothing else. But we're okay with following the portions. So with hyperketosis, you are going to be in a aggressive calorie deficit. You are going to be doing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has amazing freaking benefits, especially when it comes to losing weight. You are going to be doing portion control, smaller portions, 2 meals per day. You're going to get the biggest detox of your life. You're going to be able to detox your body from fats, oils, sugar, dairy, complex carbs. Those are the 5 main foods that can cause a lot of inflammation, severe inflammation at that. You got to stop eating that. You have to get rid of the inflammation so you can lose weight easier, faster. Most of us have severe inflammation and we don't even know that we have it. You see that belly? I want you to take a look at your belly. If your belly looks like it's just getting bigger and bigger by the day, you feel bloated every time you eat a meal, you get really gassy, you feel uncomfortable, you have severe inflammation, my friend, and you got to get rid of it. Well, how do you get rid of it? You stop eating the foods that are causing that inflammation. That's how. For most people, that will be processed sugar, complex carbs like rice, pasta, bread. For a lot of people, it's dairy. You got to stop eating that stuff for a period of time. You don't even have to give it up for the rest of your life. Sugar, I would. For a period of time. This is what happened when I gave up sugar for those 40 days. This is exactly what happened. Give it a try. If you guys have questions about hyperketosis, drop them down below. And if you guys need the program, you know where to go. Remember, guys, summertime is going to get here in no time. We are done with Christmas. We're done with New Year's. Summertime is going to get here in no time. And right now, we can hide all of our fatness just fine with the hoodies, the sweatshirts, the layers. Once that summertime gets here, you ain't going to be able to do that anymore. If you got them fat rolls and that big back and those fat rolls are going to show. You ain't going to be able to hide them anymore. So you better get with it now. Start planning ahead. Get with the program. Lose those pounds. Start working now. Be ready for that summer body. You want that hot body? This is when we start building it. So get with it now. What is hyperketosis? That is a great question. Let's break it down for my new friends. I know we have a lot of new friends here on my page. Hyperketosis is a 40-day rapid weight loss diet. And the base of hyperketosis is intermittent fasting. On hyperketosis, we fast for 16 hours and we eat within an 8-hour window. You choose the 8-hour window that works for you. Mine was from 11 to 7 on phase 1. And we eat 2 meals per day within those 8 hours. The 2 meals consist of 4 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 servings of vegetables, or until you are full, and 1 serving of fruit. We do not cook with fats or oils. We cook with water, broth, vinegar, liquid aminos. You can boil your food, air fry it, grill it, bake it, no fats, no oils for those 40 days. And the only sweetener that we can use is stevia. And you do not have to do intense exercise to lose the weight, but I want you moving your body some. Do anything that is low intensity. And you need to be drinking a lot of water throughout the day. So that is what hyperketosis is. That is how I was able to go from here to here, losing 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people both online and in person to lose weight and maintain. You can find my full program, link in my bio. With my program, most of my clients are able to lose about 1 pound per day within the 40 days, because this is a 40-day program. Most of my clients do between 30 and 35 pounds. If you're ready to start, let me know. If you have any other questions, also let me know. I am 5'2", 250. My goal is 180. Will it help me? Absolutely. Of course it will help you. So that we are looking to lose 70 pounds. About 2 rounds of hyperketosis will get you, if not there, really close to that. So 70 pounds, 2 rounds. Each round is 40 days, okay? You're gonna do 40 days, most likely. You're 48. I was just gonna ask your age. I'm 47. I'm going through premenopause, and I was able to lose 34 pounds in 40 days. Why can you not lose at least 30 pounds in those 40 days? I'm pretty sure that you can if you really focus on it. So you will need about 2 rounds, like I said. So 40 days, let's say you lose 35 pounds, and then you're going to do 20 days of maintenance in between, and then you're going to do another round of 40 days. And that should get you, if not there, really close to that. It's totally doable. So you will need 40 days, 20 days, 40 days. That's 100 days. About 3 months. You'll be done. A little bit over 3 months. Way before the summer gets here, you will be at your desired goal weight. You got to get started though. If you don't start, come back in 3 months and then tell me how many more pounds do you gained. Because that's what happens, right? We keep procrastinating. We get bigger and bigger. The bigger we get, the harder it is to bring us back. The harder it gets to lose those pounds. And I have had people that come here and ask me, the same question. And then I give them the information and whatever. And then they ignore the whole conversation. And then a year goes by and they come back again. And they're like, oh my gosh, Luna, I gained another 30 pounds. I so wish that I would have done it back then. It's hard without dairy as vegetarian or pescatarian. I guess, yeah. Grilled chicken. You can have grilled chicken, yes. I'm ready. If you're ready, let's do it, mama. Link in my bio. Everybody has to start on phase 1. Everybody has to start on phase 1. So you guys need to get the bundle for phase 1. That is how we start. The bundle for phase 1 comes with everything. It comes with the list of approved foods. It comes with the guide that explains the whole program, the do's and don'ts. And you're getting my cookbook as well with step-by-step recipes, everything I ate to go from here to here. You're getting all of that. And it's on sale for the duration of the life, you guys. Age 36, 5'1", 240 pounds. How many pounds are you trying to lose? I am overweight. I want to lose 100. Goal for this year. You can do that. To lose 100 pounds, about 100 pounds in hyperketosis is going to take you about 3 rounds, maybe a little bit more than 3 rounds. Each round is 40 days. One of my clients, the one that has lost the most, of a female with 4 kids, she lost 100 pounds this last summer with me. It took her 5 months to get there. She got there, 100 pounds. That's like the most that I have ever helped somebody to lose. It's doable, you guys. It takes time. It took us time to get us there, right? It took us time to gain all of those pounds. It's just going to take some time to get to where we want to be. It's not impossible. It's all about consistency. It's literally all about consistency. If you can just stick to the program for those 40 days, however many rounds you need to do, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. How? With hyperketosis. With hyperketosis, that's how. If you don't know what hyperketosis is, hon, hyperketosis is a 40-day rapid weight loss diet. And the base of hyperketosis is intermittent fasting. On hyperketosis, we fast for 16 hours and we eat within an 8-hour window. You choose the 8-hour window that works for you. Mine was from 11 to 7 on phase 1, and we eat 2 meals per day within those 8 hours. The 2 meals consist of 4 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 servings of vegetables, or until you are full, and 1 serving of fruit. We do not cook with fats or oils. We cook with water, broth, vinegar, liquid aminos. And the only sweetener that we can use for those 40 days is stevia, because it's the only one that doesn't cause inflammation. And you do not have to do intense exercise to lose the weight, but you need to do some form of low intensity physical activity, such as walking, swimming, yoga, Pilates, Zumba. Move your body throughout the day and drink a lot of water. That is how. This is what hyperketosis is. That is how I was able to lose 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people online and in person. You can find my full program, link in my bio. It's on sale for the duration of the life. Do I have to pay for the information? Let me ask you a question in regards to that. Do you have to pay for your groceries when you go to the store? When you go to work, do you expect to get a paycheck? I'm just curious. Oh, whoa, no oils. For those 40 days, it's only 40 days. When we are trying to lose body fat, belly fat, pounds, we need to stop eating some of the foods that are not helping us to get to where we want to be. What are we doing eating a lot of fats and oils when you're trying to lose body fat? When you're trying to lose pounds? And I'm not saying the fats and oils are bad, because they're not, but we don't know how to use them within moderation. That's what the problem is. So put that bottle of oil away for 40 days. You will be fine. Trust me. There is so many ways that you can cook your food without fats and oils. Like when I first heard that no fats and oils, I would same reaction. I was like, "What the hell? What do you mean? How am I going to cook my food?" Like I couldn't wrap my mind around that. It's been 2 years for me. I still don't use fats and oils, almost never. It's so many different ways to cook food without using fats and oil. It's just a thing that we think, that we have to have fats and oils. No, you don't. You can still cook without fat. This whole meal right here was cooked without fats and oils. I use chicken broth. I use chicken stock. I use the vinegar. There are so many different things that you can use. All of that, it's on the guide for my program. It's really easy, and you will be fine. It's just 40 days. That's all it is. It's just 40 days. It's not the rest of your life. Once you lose the pounds, once you lose the body fat, the belly fat, and you get to a healthier place in life, you can start introducing some of those foods back into your diet within moderation now. Within moderation, because you're going to learn all of those good habits of not eating or overeating some of those foods. You're going to learn that on phase one, because it's portion control. Okay. What is the cost? You guys can find the price is linked in my bio. All the information is there for everything. Is that the lowest sale price that you ever going to be able to get it? Remember, summertime is coming. The prices go up because everybody wants to get on it. So that's the lowest price you're going to be able to get it. Link in my bio for all that information, you guys. I love shrimps. It's so good. And if you guys are not following my Facebook page yet, go and give it a follow, please. The name of the page is Hyper Ketosis Community Support. Hyper Ketosis Community Support for my Facebook page. I know you guys have been asking for one. It took me 2 years to get it, but now we have it. You can post all your questions. You can share recipes with other members. There's a lot of that's for you guys, so you can support each other. I'm there as well posting content, but that is for you guys mainly, so you guys can post things that questions and things like that as well. Yeah, same here. So go give it a follow. Hyper Ketosis Community Support. And if you guys have questions, drop them down. I'm eating, but I'm also reading. It's the guide in English. I have it in English and I have it in Spanish, because I have a lot of Hispanic clientele, especially in person. I have it online too, but in person. I coached a lot of Hispanics here, but it's in English and Spanish. The only thing that I don't have in Spanish is the cookbook, because I'm not I'm not a translator, so I wouldn't be able to translate the whole cookbook. I mean, I could, but it will just be a lot of work. I'm an interpreter. I'm a qualified interpreter, but I have it in English and Spanish, the guide and the list of approved foods, just not the cookbook. These tomatoes are so juicy and so good. Remember, with sea protein, like seafood, you guys can have 6 ounces, okay? Because seafood, sea protein is less dense. Now, when it comes to land protein, like chicken, beef, steak, is 4 ounces, okay? So for me, if I'm feeling really hungry and I want to eat more protein, I go for seafood because I know I can have 6 ounces. But if I'm like, oh, I'm good, I can just have 4 ounces. Then I do my steak, my chicken, and things like that. So remember that when you're choosing your protein as well. And all of the food for hyperketosis has to come from the list of approved foods for hyperketosis. You cannot just go to the store and start buying things and think that you're on hyperketosis, because most likely you're not. And you're just going to be wasting your time. I have seen that time after time after time with people here on my page, where they watch one live or they watch one of my videos or they watch somebody else's video and they're like, oh, now I know everything about hyperketosis. So they go and they start hyperketosis. A month goes by, 40 days go by, and they haven't lost anything. And then they come back here talking about, oh, I did it and it didn't work for me. So my question is always the same. Do you have my program? 99.9 of the times the answer is no. I'm like, so how do you know that you was doing hyperketosis? Well, I watched your live and you said to eat protein and vegetables. There's a lot of do's and don'ts to the program that the only way you're going to understand them is if you have the guide to read the information, okay? I talk about everything for free about the diet, everything. But you will literally have to watch probably 100 different videos to put all the pieces together and understand everything, right? So it is easier for the people that actually want to do it to just grab the program. And I don't care, if you purchase it or not. It's not about the money. It's about wasting your time, okay? You gotta have the foundation for anything. Like if I don't have the information to read, like how the hell do I know what to do? I don't waste my time. My time is precious. So I don't waste my time. If I don't have the information to read, what am I doing? I literally, yesterday or the day before, I had somebody that came on the live and she said, I just don't understand, how are you guys losing so many pounds? I did hyperketosis for 30 days and I only lost 6 pounds. My question was always the same. I said, oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, but there's just no way that could happen on hyperketosis. I said, do you have my program? And she said, no, I don't. So for 30 days, you wasted your time thinking that you was doing something that you wasn't. And I asked her, I said, so how do you know what was you eating? She explained her first meal. She said, I'll tell you what I ate today for my first meal. And I said, okay. She said that she had 2 breakfast tacos with eggs and avocado and carrots. She said, is that okay? I said, first of all, we don't eat tortillas on hyperketosis, not like the starchy tortillas. We don't eat none of that. Not on phase 1. Avocado is a no-no on phase 1. Carrots are a no-no on phase 1. And she was shocked. She was like, but you said vegetables. I said, I also said high fiber vegetables, not starchy vegetables. So you didn't hear that part, right? I said, I also said no fats and oils, and avocado is fatty. So again, it goes to, if you want to waste your time, go ahead. But if you want to do it correctly, you have to have the foundation. You have to have the list of approved foods so you know exactly what to eat. You have to have the guide so that you understand what do's and don'ts, okay? The list of approved foods has everything that you can eat. The guide explains all of the reset dates, the plateau dates, options to get you out of plateau. It explains everything that you're supposed to be doing with each step transition from one phase to the other. It explains everything. You have to have it so you can read it to know and make it work. Otherwise, hey Lily, how are you, Mama? How you doing? Get your steps done. That's another one. You want to get the most, do the most. Walking is part of the program, okay? You need to be walking a minimum of 10,000 steps. If you can't get there, that's fine. That is fine. I didn't start it with 10,000 steps. I was too fat and in too much pain to do that. But what I want you to do is to push for a little bit more every single day. You will get there if you push yourself to do more every single day, okay? Again, I didn't start with 5 miles. I didn't start with 10,000 steps. I was barely taking any steps at the beginning. It takes time. It takes a little bit of time, but push for more every single day if you want to get the most out of this program. Now, if you do zero physical activity, can you still lose weight with this diet? Well, yes, you're still going to lose weight if you don't do anything at all when it comes to physical activity. And the reason for that is because you're going to be in a aggressive calorie deficit if you're just eating the food, right? You're going to be in a aggressive calorie deficit. You're going to be doing intermittent fasting. You're going to be eating portion control, smaller portions, 2 meals per day. You are going to detox your body from fats, oils, sugar, dairy, and carbs. So you're still going to lose weight. Just don't expect to get to 40 days, 40 pounds. That's not what's going to happen. You might lose about 20 within those 40 days if you're not doing no physical activity at all. But I will take 20 pounds over no pounds. Losing 20 pounds is better than losing no pounds, right? Because I coach a lot of older people that cannot walk or cannot, do a lot of physical activity. They have a hip problem, a leg problem, things like that. So for them, I can't expect them to go in a 10,000 step walk or a 5 mile walk. Like, it's just not going to happen. They're still losing weight because they're eating the right food, the right portions. So if that is your situation, don't worry about it. You can still do the diet and you're still going to lose. Just understand that you're not going to get 40 days, 40 pounds. So if you hear somebody else talk about it and they're like, oh, I lost 40 days or I lost 40 pounds in the 40 days. And you're like, oh, how come did I only lose 20? Well, that's why. Okay. But again, 20 pounds is better than no pounds. Now, for the people that are physically able to get them steps done, get them done. The more you do, the better it's going to be. The more you do, hopefully the more you will lose, okay? During the whole time of hyperketosis, I was walking 5 miles. I did that consistently. It's been almost 2 years for me, and I still walk 5 miles every single day. That is part of my maintenance now. That's what we do, guys. That is what we do. Any questions about hyperketosis, drop them down below, you guys. Tomato, English cucumber, grilled shrimp, strawberries, lots of high fiber. Lots of just tasty food. I can't do diets where I'm gonna be eating dry chicken with broccoli. Do not put me on any of those diets because I won't do it. If I had to eat a dry chicken breast with broccoli every day, forget it. But if I can eat meals like this, I'm all for it. My food has to taste good. It has to be tasty. It has to be colorful. It has to be crunchy. I don't need no fats and oils to do that. The flavor of the food doesn't come from fats or oils. The flavor of your food comes from the seasoning that you're using, depending on what you like. I love garlic. Garlic and onion, those are big ones for me. I use garlic and onion to season most of my meals. For the shrimp, I chopped up about 5 garlic cloves. It was just 4 shrimps, three, four. Yeah, was it 3 or 4? I don't remember. Four shrimps. I chopped up 5 garlic cloves, and I threw them in the pan with a little bit of unsalted chicken stock. That's how I cook them. Do you have to give up all dairy? On hyperketosis phase 1, the only dairy that we can have is cottage cheese once a week only. Once a week only. It's just for 40 days. Don't get hang on the idea of, oh my gosh, I have to give up this, or oh my gosh, I have to give up that. Don't get hang on that. Okay, it's just 40 days. It's not going to be for the rest of your life. Now, sugar, I would give it up for the rest of my life if I was you or anybody, but don't get hang on that idea. Okay, it's just 40 days. You can do it. If I did it, you guys can do it too. It's just 40 days, guys. My eye is itching. For some reason, my eye is itching. So cottage cheese once a week only. That's the only dairy that we can have on phase 1. You'll be fine without dairy for 40 days. It's like a whole bunch of different flavors with the sourness of the strawberries, the fresh taste of the cucumbers, the garlic shrimps, the juicy tomato. You guys, then we got the eggs with spinach. And then we got warm water with sea salt. Warm water is going to help you with digestion. Drink a cup of warm water every day, first thing in the morning when you get up, throughout the day, and then thank me later. Hold on, guys, we gotta do some cleaning. Some cucumber. It's so good. juicy tomato. The last of the eggs. Yes. And then the last shrimp. All the garlic. It's so yummy. I love vegetables. Me too, Cassie. I can eat vegetables all day long and be happy. If I eat a meal without vegetables, it just doesn't taste the same to me. I gotta have my vegetables. Like, I gotta have my vegetables. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. If you're new to my page, I welcome you. My page and my lives are all about hyper ketosis, losing weight and maintaining the weight lost. If you don't know who I am, my name is Luna Marie, and I am a certified health coach. This is what I do. I coach people both online and in person to lose weight and to maintain. I have been able to lose 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months, and have been able to help thousands of people, both here online and in person, to lose thousands of pounds with my program. You can find it, link in my bio. It's on sale for the duration of the live. Most of my clients that follow my program are able to lose a pound per day. Some of them even more than a pound per day. This is a 40-day program. So within the 40 days, most of my clients are doing between 30, 35 pounds. Within the first 2 weeks, most of my clients are doing between 12 and 15 pounds. It happens fast. And the reason for that is hyperketosis is accelerated, is an intense diet where you're going to be able to see the pounds melt. For a lot of us, we need that motivation. We need to have the motivation that we see every day. We see that it's working. We know that it's working. You have to get up on the scale every single morning with hyperketosis. You're going to see the scale go down. That's going to keep you motivated to keep going and keep going. Okay. Again, within the first 2 weeks, most of my clients do between 12 and 15 pounds. That is a lot. You will see it. You will feel it. It will show. People will start commenting on it. You will feel better. We do intermittent fasting. If you know anything about intermittent fasting, you should know intermittent fasting has amazing benefits. It can help you heal from the inside out. It can help you heal your gut. It can help you feel better. You're going to have a lot more mental energy, a lot more physical energy. You're going to be able to think clear. You're going to be able to stay focused longer. You're going to be able to actually focus. Like, that mental clarity that you get is because when you're doing intermittent fasting, you are not spiking up the insulin all day long. When you're eating all day long throughout the day, you're constantly spiking up your insulin. This is what's happening. That is really bad for you. That's really bad for your health. But when you do intermittent fasting and you give your body a break, you give your body a break to tap into that stored body fat and start using it, burning it. Your body is going to do a lot better because it's not working constantly to keep up with that food that you're eating. When you do that, your body never gets a chance to touch up into to tap into the stored body fat that you have. It never gets that opportunity because you're always eating. So when you stop doing that and you focus on intermittent fasting and you only do 2 meals per day, you're going to be able to feel the differences. You're going to feel healthier. You're going to feel good in the morning when you wake up. You're not going to be bloated. You're going to be able to get rid of inflammation. You wake up feeling good, feeling refreshed, feeling like, this is a good feeling. Your stomach is going to feel good. That's what intermittent fasting does. I love me that crunchiness. Can you stop the screen, please? Tap it. Please keep tapping and give me some likes. Let's see if we can get more people into this live. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And if you guys have questions about intermittent fasting, hyperketosis, walking 5 miles, drop it down below. If you need any tips, any motivation, any tips on how to get certain things done, because I know a lot of us lack that motivation, let me know. I will share with you what has worked for me. And if you are trying to lose weight, if you have a New Year resolution when it comes to losing weight, I want you to drop a comment down below telling me how many pounds are you trying to lose. Okay, I want to help you get there. I want you to drop a comment with your age, your height, current weight, and your goal weight. How many pounds do you want to lose? Okay, I need 4 things, 4 pieces of information, 1 comment all together, so that it's easier to read it. Your age, your height, current weight, goal weight. With that information, I can give you a pretty good estimate on how long it will take you to get there with hyperketosis, based on the data that I have on thousands of clients that I have coached with this program. So drop it down below. I'll be reading you. Age, height, current weight, how many pounds you want to lose. Let's see how we can come up with a plan for you, specifically for you, so we can get you there faster. Shrimp. I am so full, guys. I got really full, but I will eat my my strawberries. I'm never full for my strawberries. So this is my second round of phase 1. Today it's day 5. I started on Monday. Day 5, and I am down almost 6 pounds. My goal is 20 pounds. We'll see if we can get there. If you're not doing it, if you're not on hyperketosis yet and you want to lose weight, what the hell are you waiting for? Why haven't you started? What's stopping you? Age 62, weight 305, the height is 5. How many pounds are you trying to lose? Charms, how many pounds are you trying to lose? Let me know how many pounds are you trying to lose, please. As much as you can. So 100, okay. With each round of hyperketosis, you should be able to lose, hopefully, at least 30 pounds, okay? If you really push and follow every single step of the program, I don't see why you couldn't get to about 30 pounds within the 40 days. 25, 30 at your age. I'm 47. I went through premenopause. If you know anything, I don't know if you're a male or a female, but if you know anything about menopause, during menopause, the weight loss process becomes a lot more challenging because we deal with hormone imbalance. That's my situation. But at 47 years old, going through premenopause, I was still able to completely change and transform my body from this to this. So what I'm saying is, if I did it, having to deal with all of these issues, why couldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Okay, a male. So you have the, I'm sorry, a female. Why couldn't you get there as well? You know what I mean? If you really push through, follow every single step of the program, you should be able to hopefully get at least 25, 30 pounds within those 40 days. I have more than a handful of clients that got to 40 days, 40 pounds. And some of them were even older than me, older than you. It's all about consistency and how much effort you put in, okay? So if you want to lose 100 pounds, about 3 rounds, about 3 rounds of hyperketosis will get you really close to that, if not to the 100 pounds. Let's say you do the 3 rounds, and you lose 30 pounds with each round. That's 90 pounds, okay? For each round that you do, 40 days, you're gonna have to have a 20-day break in between. So you will do 40 days, 1 round, then 20 days maintenance, then 40 days, and then 20 days. That's how you will get there. About 3 rounds will get you there, and if not, really close to 100 pounds. You gotta get started though. You gotta get started. Because remember, the longer we wait, the older we get, the harder it gets to lose those pounds. The longer you wait, the bigger you get, the harder it gets to reel you back to a healthy weight. At this age, my age, your age, it's not so much about I want to be skinny, I want to have a sexy body. It's in our, at least in my situation, is more about the health. We want to be healthy. We want to be mobile. We want to be able to enjoy retirement. We want to be able to walk. Again, the older we get, the more challenging it's going to be, okay? Because we have less physical energy to do physical activity. Then we start dealing with issues with the back, the hips, the legs, the this, the that. So it gets a lot more challenging. Don't wait, don't procrastinate, just get to it, okay? Let's say you completely ignore this conversation, whatever. You go another year. Come back in a year and then talk to me about how many pounds that you gained. Because if you continue to do the same things that you have been doing up until today, you're not going to get any smaller with those habits. You're only going to continue to get bigger and bigger, okay? In average, a person gains between 20 and 40 pounds in a year if you have a unhealthy lifestyle. I gained close to 100 pounds in 2 years. So again, ignore this conversation completely if you want. Come back in a year and then tell me how many pounds do you gain. We're not going to be talking about 100 pounds anymore. We're probably going to be talking about more like 150. It's going to be harder and harder and harder to get back to a healthy weight. I have one female client, this last summer was able to reach 100 pounds. Her goal was 100 pounds. It took us a little bit over 5 months. It was work. Took her a little bit over 5 months to lose 100 pounds. She got there through crying and casting, and she lives here in my same hometown. So I did in-person coaching with her. I even went as far as getting up at 3 in the morning to go on walks with her, because it was the only time that she had to get her steps done, like early in the morning before she had to get her 4 kids ready for school and had to get herself ready to go to work. We was out there walking at 3:45 in the morning, me and her. She needed that support, and I said, I'm here, let's do it. There was times where I was just like, God help me so I can help her, because she was heavy. It was painful. Walking a mile was taking us too long. Walking 2 miles was taking us way too long. And I was like, let's go. You gotta push. You gotta push. And she was like, I can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. She got there. A little bit over 5 months. She got there. It's all about the effort. How bad do you want it? The effort. Got to push, you know what I mean? She lost 100 pounds in 5 months. Yes, a little bit over 5 months. She was doing the most. Once she got out of that initial phase of pain, because it is very painful at the beginning. When you're big, when you're heavy, that was me. Super heavy to walk. I was in a lot of pain, because your body hurts, your joints hurt because you're heavy. You're carrying a lot of extra weight that doesn't belong in your body. That was the situation with her as well. Like I said, walking a mile was taking us way too long. getting her to do 2 miles, it was like, oh my gosh, like you gotta move a little bit faster. We got to do this. We gotta do it. We started with a mile. Did that just came out of my mouth? Um, but she got there. She got there. And this is what I be telling you guys. A lot of the times, it's not that you have to have this crazy discipline, but the one thing that you do have to have is consistency. You have to stay consistent. Without that, you can't do it. You just can't do it. When I took her as a client, like I said, that was an in-person client. When I took her as a client, she made me promise herself that I was going to basically bully her in a way to get her steps done. She said, at this point, I'm doing it for my health. She was dealing with health issues just like me. So she said, I'm doing it for my health. I have 4 little kids at home that I have to be there for, a single mom. So she, made me promise her that even on the days that she said no, if she didn't show up for the walks, I was going to drive to her house and drag her out of the house. I said, if you're paying me to do it, I'm going to do it. She was paying me to do it. She said, if I cry, ignore me. If I said that I'm in pain, also ignore me and keep pushing me. I said, say no more. She did it. Like, she did it. The one thing that she had, we had those moments where she wanted to give up and everything, but the one thing that she had was the desire. Like, she really wanted it. Like, she wanted it so, so bad. And that's why I didn't give up on her, because I'm like, I know that you want it bad. I'm going to help you get there if you're willing to put in the work. So it got there. That was like my biggest accomplishment with her, because, or as a coach, it was her, my biggest accomplishment as a coach. It was her, because it was a lot of work for those 5 months. I'm telling you, the level of stress on me, it was like up here, because I had to get up at like 3 a.m. to go on my walks with her to make sure that she was doing it. You know what I mean? She was paying me. It was part of my agreement with her. So what you drink for electrolytes? Sunny, all I have in here is a cup of warm water with a pinch of salt. That's sea salt. That's literally all I have. That's all I have. You can order electrolytes from like Amazon. If you can afford them, then just do a little bit of salt and water. I know they're kind of spendy, and I get them from time to time, but I don't want to get addicted to the sweet taste of it. I told you guys I'm in recovery from sugar, so even the ones that don't have sugar, they taste kind of sweet. I'm trying to stay away from that. So for that reason, I don't drink them all the time. I'll get them from time to time. When I do get them, I get Ultima. Those are good ones. Who do you get your certification through? Curious who people tend to get. So I have a health coach, and that's how I started. It's been a minute. It was back in 2012, and then I went to community college to get my certification as a health coach. Thank you. No problem, Sunny. Yeah, that's how I do mine. Just a pinch of salt, just whatever you can grab with your fingers. Like, don't do too much, okay? If you can taste the salt in your water, that's too much. So just a little pinch, drop it in there, stir it, and that's your electrolytes. Try to use like a good quality of salt. Any salt will work, but obviously good quality is going to be better. Like sea salt, I like sea salt. That's the one that I prefer. That's the one that I use. So, but pink salt, Himalayan salt, all of those are fine too. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Any questions about hyperketosis, drop them down below. And if you guys are ready to start the program and you need the information, you can find it link in my bio. I am a certified health coach, and I have all I have my full program link in my bio. It is on sale for the duration of the live only. It is at the lowest sale price that you're ever going to be able to get it. So if you need it, go and grab it. Everybody has to start on phase one. Everybody has to start on phase one. So you need to get the bundle for phase one. The bundle for phase one comes with everything that you need. Comes with the list of approved foods, with everything that you can eat, drink, and cook with. It also comes with the guide that explains everything about hyperketosis and my cookbook with step-by-step recipes. Everything I ate during my 40 days that got me going from here to here, you get in all of that with the bundle for phase one. Can you have chickpeas pasta on phase one? Not on phase one. Nope. Not on phase one. Karina, if you don't have the list of approved foods, you can find the link in my bio. It tells you exactly what you're allowed to have, but no chickpeas, not on phase one. So on phase one, we're focusing on eating super lean protein, okay? Lean protein. With your lean protein, you're gonna have tons of vegetables. On hyperketosis, we focus on lean protein, vegetables that are really high fiber, fruit that is low sugar, high fiber, okay? That is what we get on hyperketosis, 2 meals per day. Your 2 meals are going to be 4 ounces of lean protein, 2 to 3 servings of vegetables, or until you are full. Meaning, if you eat 2 cups of vegetables, you're still hungry, eat vegetables until you're full. You should never ever have to feel hungry on hyperketosis. If you are feeling hungry on this diet, you are doing it wrong. You are doing it wrong, because you can eat vegetables until you are full, okay? And you also get 1 serving of fruit with each meal, so twice a day. Now, if you eat your meal and you get hungry in between meals, what should you do? Can you have snacks? Yes, but you can only snack on vegetables. No more fruit, and you cannot snack on anything else, only vegetables. What I do for me, if I get hungry in between meals, I always keep lots of vegetables in my house, lots of vegetables and fruit. So I will eat the little cucumbers, the little ones. I will snack on those. I will slice up a tomato, like a big juicy tomato, sprinkle a little bit of salt on top. I will snack on the tomato. You can make a pot of soup, vegetable soup, okay? You can make a pot of vegetable soup. If you are hungry in between meals, eat a bowl of vegetable soup. That's going to help you, okay? Anything that's vegetables that are from the list of approved foods, you can have that in between meals. You just have to learn how to use that to your advantage, so that you're not starving in between meals. But also make sure that when you are having your meal, you are loading up that plate with vegetables. You can have 2 to 3 cups of vegetables. That is a lot of vegetables. Eat vegetables until you're full, okay? Load up that plate. I told you guys earlier, yesterday, somebody sent me a photo of their meal. They wanted they asked me to, like, to let them know if that was the right amount. They had on the plate, they had 2 hard-boiled eggs, and they had literally like 3 pieces of lettuce. That was it. 2 hard-boiled eggs and about 3 pieces of lettuce. And she wanted me to, give her my opinion, because she said that she was always hungry, that she was starving. And she said, I don't know why, because I'm following the program. I said, you're starving because you're not eating. That's why you're starving. Like, what are you doing eating 2 hard-boiled eggs and 2 pieces of lettuce? I said, where is the 2-3 cups of vegetables? Where are they? Where is your 4 ounces of protein? You have to make sure you're eating the right portions, okay? You're not going to lose weight by eating less. If you start eating less than the recommended portions, most likely you're going to get stuck, or you're going to start gaining. We don't lose weight by not eating. We lose weight by eating the right portions, the right foods. That's how we lose weight. So load up your plate with them vegetables. Make sure you are getting your 4 ounces of protein with your vegetables. Eat your portion of fruit. Drink tons of water throughout the day. Drink your electrolytes first thing in the morning. If you need more electrolytes throughout the day, drinking however many more times you need them. You gotta stay hydrated. If you don't stay hydrated and you start dealing with dehydration, you are going to feel super tired. You're gonna feel low energy. You're gonna feel sleepy. You're gonna get cranky. You're gonna have muscle aches. You're gonna have muscle cramps. You're gonna have a light headache. You don't want none of that, because then you're going to think that you're starving. You're going to think that you're hungry, and you're going to go and break your diet. You're going to end up eating whatever. But if you stay hydrated all day throughout the day with your electrolytes, with a lot of water, you're going to be fine. You have to drink your electrolytes. It is crucial. What can I drink in my coffee? When it comes to your coffee, during your fasting hours, all you can have is a black coffee. During your eating window, you can add stevia to your coffee, but no creamer. No creamer, you guys. I'm so excited, guys, because tomorrow I have my second appointment to get. If you've been on my page for a minute, if you have been following my page for a while, you know the situation with my eyebrows. I got my eyebrows microbladed, tattooed back in 2012, I think, 2016, somewhere around there. It's been a minute. So anyways, they were like so ugly. They were so thick and dark, and I hated them because microblading with time, it just like literally turns into like a big blotch of paint, ink, and then it starts getting grayish. So mine, they were like thick, big, dark, grayish. They were so, oh my gosh, it was so annoying. So for the longest time, I have been wanting to get them removed, but I don't know, for one reason or another, I just never got to it. So about 2 months ago, they did the first laser treatment on it, and then this is what we got. You can see my eyebrows on like my photos, how they look before. So this is what we got. And then tomorrow I have my second appointment to do one more laser session to hopefully get the rest of the ink out. But they, I'm so happy with the results so far, because this is just one session and a lot of it came off, like a lot of it. So once I get the second section done, which is going to be tomorrow, I have to wait 2 months, and then I'm going to go and get it redone. But I want to get it redone like supernatural. I already have a person. She does amazing work. So she's going to do mine, but I got to wait 2 months after tomorrow. But I want them really natural, like supernatural. She's going to do the nano shading. I think that's what she said that's what's called. You should do ombre on your eyebrows. A game changer, really. But so I talked to the person that is going to do mine. I think she said nano shading. Was it nano shading or was it ombre? I honestly can't remember, but it was like, she said that it was like something really natural. That's what I want. Like, I've seen a lot of her work on Instagram. She's from my same hometown here. She has a place in about an hour from here, so I gotta drive to the city there to get them done. But I seen her work and it's so freaking amazing, like supernatural. So I cannot wait to get that done, you guys. I cannot wait. So after tomorrow, when they do the second removal, I have to wait 2 months. I think she said 2 months to go and get them done. I can't wait, because I cannot be drawing eyebrows on my face. I am like the worst. I'm blind. I can't see. One of them will be up here. The other one is going to be down here. They're not going to be even. They're going to be ugly. So I don't even try. This is how I've been rolling for the last 2 months. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Like, so excited to get them done. So hopefully, I'll have eyebrows before the summertime. I have like 3 hairs on each eyebrow. I got like no eyebrows, like none. But I want something like supernatural, like supernatural. But that's what I want this time. Last time, I told a girl, and it was like a really expensive upscale place in Bellevue, Washington. If you know anything about Bellevue, you know that everything there is like $1 million. And the girl that I went to, she was a very popular. It was back then when microblading was a thing. I think it was, part of it was me not explaining exactly how I wanted them, and part of it was probably her. I don't know. Anyways, they were okay when she did them, but they were too bold when she did them. And then with time, like I said, they just turned into like a big blotch of ink. I was just like, oh my gosh. So that was my experience there. So if you ever get anything, any permanent makeup done, do your research. Understand what is it that you want, exactly what you want, what you need, so that you can explain it to them. This time I told the girl, I said, natural. I don't want nothing that doesn't look natural. Like, do whatever with that information. And she was like, no, I got you. Like, I know what I'm gonna do on you. And I'm like, okay. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. And I also have I have a couple like acne spots, this one and then this one right here. So they're gonna do the laser, the pico laser, I think that's what it's called. They're gonna go over it because she said that can also help with those dark spots. So we'll see. Hopefully it will, because I hate that. I used to pick on my face all the time when I was younger. When I had acne, like I will pick on it. This is what we ended up with. So we'll see. I'll update you guys tomorrow, see how it goes. Anyways, if there is no other questions about hyperketosis, I will be jumping up because I'm about to pee. I gotta go pee, and then I gotta study. I got 4 hours of studying ahead of me. If you guys don't know, I'm in school, getting ready to become a certified medical interpreter. So I got lots of study to do. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really love the time that we spent together. I love that I get to come and eat my meals with you guys and share information and read about the progress that you guys are making with hyperketosis. It makes me feel so good. I feel so good about myself when you guys come here and report on your progress, because again, if you're successful, I'm successful, and we're doing this together. So for that, thank you so much, you guys. Bye. Happy New Year's. Thank you, Mama. Same for you. I will see you guys on the next one. I will be back tomorrow. We are walking. You better set up your alarms. You better get that treadmill. Ashley, if you're here, you better pull that treadmill out of the garage. You better do it, because I want you on that live tomorrow walking on that treadmill. You didn't purchase it to have it in the garage. You better pull it out and be ready. Tomorrow we are walking an hour, minimum 10,000 steps per day. So I will see you guys on the walking live tomorrow. You guys better be ready. Have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Ciao.